مرحبا بكم يا أصدقائي. Welcome to another episode of Serious Arabic. In today's lesson, we are going to learn how to conjugate verbs in Form 10. Now, to those of you that are new to the channel, أهلا وسهلا. This channel is dedicated to teaching modern standard Arabic, الفصحى. So if you want to learn الفصحى and for free, then hit subscribe now. شكرا جزيلا. لنبدأ. So, let's look at some of the usages of Form 10. One of them is the seeking of the Form 1 meaning. Okay, what do I mean by this? Let's see an example. So, a Form 1 verb, خرج, which is to exit, but the Form 10 version, استخرج, which is to extract. So, quite literally, in the Form 10, we are the seeking of the Form 1, seeking to exit, to extract. Now, this is how we identify Form 10 verbs. They begin with an elif with a kasra underneath. Then they have a sin, and then they have a ta with a fatha on top. So whenever you see a verb that begins like that, you know it's Form 10. Another example, خدم, which is the Form 1 verb to serve. استخدم is Form 10, to use. So the seeking to serve, quite literally, or something like that. That's the sort of connection between them. And you can see that this is Form 10 because it has this prefix at the start. So another use of Form 10 verbs is considering something or an object to have the qualities implied in the root letters, or in the Form 1 version. Let's look at this. Nakira is to disavow. Istankara is to condemn. That's the Form 10 version. So in the Form 10 version, you're considering the object the object of this verb that you're condemning. It has the quality. The object has the qualities implied in the root letters. So the Form 1, as in it deserves to be disavowed, and so you condemn it. Okay, that's the sort of connection. Haqqa, to have the right to. Notice this is a doubled verb because of the shadda on top of the qaf. Okay, so for example, you can say يحق لك في هذا البلد التصويت. You have the right to vote. Okay, and then the Form 10 version is istahaqqa, to deserve. So you're considering something or someone to have the qualities implied in the root letter, to have the right to, so they deserve. Let's see the past conjugation using the verb ista'amala, to use. You can also say istakhdama, to use. Okay, same meaning. So how do we conjugate verbs in the past in Form 10? Just like how we conjugate all verbs in other forms. You just add the past suffixes. Okay, I'll attach my video on how to conjugate verbs in the past in the link description. So I used أنا استعملت. You used أنت استعملت. You feminine used أنت استعملتي. Okay, nice and simple. Some example sentences. استعملت شاحن excuse me. استعملت شاحن هاتفه لأنني لم أستطع أن أجد شاحني. I used his phone charger because I could not find my charger. Another sentence. استخدمت سيارة أخيها من أجل القيادة إلى المبرأة. She used her brother's car to drive to the match. استنكر الوزير العنف المستمر في المنطقة. The minister condemned the ongoing violence in the region. Now, present tense conjugation, slightly different. أنا أستخدم, تستخدمين. Pause this, grab a pen and paper, and write this out until you memorize it, as it's vital that you are able to conjugate verbs in Form 10 in the present. Okay, let's continue with some examples. سألته إذا أراد أن يستخدم سماعتي. I asked him if he wanted to use my headphones. قال الصائغ إنهم يحاولون أن يستخرجوا الذهب من المنجم. The jeweler said that they are trying to extract the gold from the mine. يتعين عليك أن تستعمل هذا القدر لطهي الحساء. You must use this saucepan to cook the soup. Now, المصدر, the verbal noun. Okay, so استخدم is the verb to use. The verbal noun, use or usage or using is istikhdam. So the way we form the masdar of the form 10 verbs is it's like the infinitive, except instead of istakhdama, istikh, okay? So where it should be a fatha on top of the ta, it's in the masdar, it's a kasra. Istikhdam. And then we insert an alif in between the second and the third root letter. Istankara is to condemn or denounce or disapprove of something. The masdar is istinkar. Istakhraja is to extract. The masdar is istikhraj. That's all for today. I hope you found this video useful. If you've got any questions, please put them in the comment section. شكرا جزيلا وإلى اللقاء.